Hello Cyber Explorers, this is XK and welcome to Cyber Explore. Although I am a guy in cybersecurity who deals with cyber threats and builds some hard to crack mathematical functions, it doesn't stop me from scaring you. Because it's Halloween week, and as you can imagine from the tone and the caption, this video will be spooky. So advance at your own discretion. Okay, I was kidding. Considering all the brutality shown by this year until now, I don't think there is anything from this world that can effectively scare or startle you anymore. So I will talk about the other world. And by other world, I don't mean to show you live footage from the top 5 haunted places in Colorado. I'm talking about the digital world, the cyberspace, which is extremely scary if we take a closer look. Starting with a very cool Lightthread map by Sonic Wall. This has one of the simplest UI. After opening this threat map, you can immediately get a glimpse of the attacks that are being launched across the globe right now as I am speaking in real time. At the bottom, you can find all sorts of information related to top attackers, targets, attack vectors, etc. Next, we have FireEye, one of the biggest firewall companies in the world. This UI is also relatively simple. The attacks are shown in real time through these arcs. You can also find whenever a new attack happens, from here at the top, mentioning the source and the destination. On the right, it shows the total number of attacks attempted per day. Wow! Here at the bottom right corner, you can see the type of industries that were targeted in the last 30 days. Next, we look at Checkpoint's Halloween-style threat map. This one essentially shows the attacks by launching pumpkins. Cool, isn't it? The legend can be found at the bottom. At the top right, it shows the most targeted countries and then the type of industries with government at the top because it's election time. Then we have the top malware types with backdoor leading the chart, probably because of the growing popularity of Advanced Persistent Threat or APTs. Then we have the attack signatures on the left and the daily trends on the top left. Now these numbers might vary from the previous one and the ones coming up next, because of the type of malicious activities each of these websites like to focus on. On number 4, we have BitDefender, one of the popular antivirus companies. The map shows the attacks in real time. The small table at the bottom right corner shows some location of interest, and this large table shows you the attack updates in real time. A highly informative threat map, I will say. Now I saved the best and the fanciest one for the last. Coming up next, my favorite threat map by Kaspersky, another popular antivirus company. This map is simply gorgeous. You can zoom and rotate and customize the view. You can click on the countries to get specific information. At the bottom, we can find the legend which can be turned on and off. You can also get real-time stats by clicking the statistics tab. This plot is more useful than it looks to be. If you click this button at the top right corner, you also get a map version of the same. Although this one doesn't look that impressive once you have seen the previous one, but someone may find it more realistic. At least the flat earthers will appreciate it. And as a bonus, we have the digital attack map showing the DDoS attacks happening right now and also the ones that happened throughout the year or even past years. You can click on a specific date and it shows the data that was collected on that particular day. This tool is extremely useful for the researchers in this field. Now you might say, hey XK, you talked enough about the daily attacks being launched. How do you know if they even succeeded? The answer is, I don't. All I wanted to show till this point is the volume of the activities going on all around the globe every second. Now here comes the scary part, the analysis. Here's a short one by FinTech. The coronavirus had been the center of so many scams this year, being one of the most searched terms on the internet. These kinds of attacks are being referred to as waterholing. Below is a list of stats that might be a little disturbing, such as the cloud data breach, seriousness of human errors, the increase of phishing, the growing success of password brute force, the vast use of emails in reconnaissance, to mention a few. If you want to read more, don't worry, I have added all the links to the articles and the threat maps in the description below. Here's another report on phishing published by APWG on August 27th this year. This study gives a very detailed description of the attacks in the second quarter and includes very useful stats like, for example, the number of brands targeted. the number of unique phishing websites detected, and so on. It also shows the sectors most targeted, which is industrial sector in this case. And it usually starts with business email compromising, or BECs. And you can see it is mostly Gmail that has been used in performing such malicious activities. I highly recommend you leafing through the pages of this report. If you want some tips regarding identifying emails with vicious intent as such, check out my previous video. The link might pop up at the top right corner anytime now. Now here comes the worst part. The part in which I demonstrate how these attacks translate in terms of financial losses. Thanks to McAfee for building this insightful tool. Here is a downloadable report you can go for, but this UI is very easy to use. You click on the countries and it will show how much is lost during the past few years due to cybercrimes. North America lost around 157.5 billion USD. Can you imagine? Brazil lost 22.5 billion USD. In East Asia Pacific, the value is even higher. It is 160 billion USD. Poor guy Australia, and Japan, and China. Oh wait, not you. You seem to be one of the culprit. Moreover, I'm tired of blocking your IPs due to all sorts of attacks coming out of your country every day. Next, we have Europe. 170 billion USD? Seriously? You can play around with this tool. I added the link along with all of the links in the description below. On that note, I would like to conclude this video. I hope you learned something today. It might not be the traditional Halloween style scary narrative, but in a sense, I guess I drew your attention, at least for a few moments, towards the scarier other world that only gets surfaced once the damage has already been done. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and share. If you want to learn more about the complex topics and recent trends in security in simple terms, please consider subscribing. It encourages me a lot to keep improving my content. Also, I will upload more videos on topics related to cybersecurity and programming in Python on this channel. And in case you want me to make a video on a particular topic or a paper in security, please mention it in the comments below. I will see you soon. Until then, stay safe and stay curious.